Alright, I haven't made a video in a while. Few weeks, I think. I'm tired. Now, I'm not a guru. I've only been doing this a little over a year, almost 2 years. When I first started out, I probably lost the most money. Last year, I actually was ahead by a few $100s. So now I'm just trying to figure out how to add a couple zeros to that. At least 1 0 to it. But anyhow, I knew this was going to happen. That's my dad. I'll call him back. Of course, he'll probably call me 5 times in a row. Anyway, I made the mistake of talking my dad, girlfriend, and brother into buying Zim, and then they quit paying their quarterly payouts, and now everybody's freaking out. Mostly my dad. My brother and my girlfriend, not so much. And I didn't really talk them in. Actually, I did talk my girlfriend into doing it. I might have talked my brother into doing it. I don't remember. But my dad saw my brother and I making money off PBR, and he wanted to jump on the bandwagon. And of course, I told him to wait till Zim went down to like $20 before he bought in, and he bought in at like 25. But now it's down to like 10, and so my dad bought more as it was going down, and now he's leveled out at like $18 a share. Oh, it's up to 13 right now. Now, I don't know. Oh, okay. I'm down $500 right now. I don't know what I was about to say. Anyway, some of the gurus say to stay away from stocks that pay more than 10% dividend, and some say only invest in stocks that pay more than 10% dividend. And I'd be more inclined to say not really only invest in more than 10% dividend yield, but invest in them all. But don't put all your eggs in one basket. You know, like say for example, Zim was paying, according to their calculation, they were paying over 100%. They recalculated and it's now at 56%. So my suggestion would be throw in $56 and see what happens. And then when you get paid by Zim, throw in another $56 or whatever the percentage is at the time. Don't put a couple grand in there. I mean, I did, but Zim was paying out quarterly at the time. I put most of my money in Zim and PBR. Now, I believe they'll still pay out, and I'll still make some money. Oh, it doesn't say here what the dividend is. But yeah, if you take the average of $17.56 per share, multiply that by 111 shares, and then I think multiply that by 56%, it might give you what you're gonna make. My dad does it that way somehow, and of course his numbers are always off from the way I do it. So the way I do it is, all right, we have 111 and a half shares. So I go over here to my dividend tracker. For some reason, Zim's not showing up on my chart. Alright, so it says here that their dividend is going to be $6.40 in April. Yeah, April. There's my dad again. How much you want to bet? Yep, that was him. Alright, I'll call him back in a minute. So, $6.40. Basically, I'll make $713 this year. I invested over $1,000, but hey, that's still a good return on my investment. Now I gotta pay Israeli taxes, so paying $175. I'll end up making about $335 in April. It's almost March, so in another month I'll make $535 off my investment. Now the stock is down. Hang on, I gotta pause this. Okay. Now the stock is down overall. Hang on. I got a car next to me. Lollygagging. Simon Hedge. Or no, Hegel? Simon Hegel? Whoever that is. Might invest in some of that stock. Simon Hegel. If it's available. Might not be publicly traded. If I spelled that right. Pretty sure that was how it was spelled. It was weird spelling. Bitcoin is on the move. Bitcoin has grown drastically over the last few days. My brother's freaking out. He's like, oh, I should have bought some Bitcoin. I should have bought some Bitcoin. I'm just like, nah, good. I mean, yeah, if you got in at the right time, but I think the president of that country that my brother was talking about is just threw his money in there and inflating the price so that he can pull his money out after the price goes up and he makes a gazillion dollars. You know, yeah, I could have threw in 1,000 and made 4,000 if I knew this was going to happen, but I didn't. It's too late now. It's already back up to 62,000 a coin. I got $1 in there. Let's see how much my dollar's worth. Ooh, I got $2 worth. All right. Anyway, so it more than doubled since I put $1 in there. I mostly just put $1 in there so I can monitor it. But yeah, I'd have had a bunch of money if I had the $1,000 to put in there. And I wouldn't say a bunch, but you know, a bunch more than I got now. I would have, if I put 1,000 in, I'd have had 22,500 or something like that. $2,280. But anyways, I'm mostly just focusing on dividend stocks now. So PBR looks like it's down. Now it's still up from when I bought in, so I'm not gonna buy any more till it goes down. That being said, right now I'm tight on funds, so I basically, what I do is I pay my bills. I put 2/3 of what's left on my credit cards, 'cause I'm trying to get my credit cards paid down, and I put 1/3 of what's left in here. But what I'll do is I'm only investing in these top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 companies. So what I'll do is I'll take 1/3 of my paycheck, what I got left over anyways, and I'll divide it by 7 or 8, and then I'll put that amount in each one of these stocks, because they're paying more than what my credit cards are charging me. That being said, I just made like $3 off of a stock. I forgot which one. So I tried to buy $3 worth of CBGPY, but you have to buy it by the share, and I didn't have the $17 to buy a share. Oh wait, not 17. What is it? $8.96. So I didn't have the $9 to buy a whole share. So I came down here and went to the next level, and I bought some med stock, which is paying 15%. So I bought some new stock there. Medifast. But anyways, I only did that because I got a dividend from somebody else and I put it in there. We can probably see who that somebody else was. PBR. So I got $1.48 there, and 54 cents there, and I already had some other residual change in there as well. So it put me over $3, so I bought $3 of Medifast. Now, I haven't really focused on you know, the best stocks to invest in, but like SCHD is one of them. Long-term dividends, I only have 2 of them in here. They say VU is one of them. Get between the lines. And probably QQQ, but I'm gonna hold off on adding to this list right now. But yeah, once I got more money coming in, these guys are where I'm gonna start dumping more money. So what I'm doing, and in theory it sounds good, we'll see if it works or not. Tesla was my free stock, so we'll just ignore them right now. Zem was my first stock that I bought, and I mostly bought Zem over here at Robinhood because Cash App wouldn't let me buy it. I wasn't even planning on using Robinhood, but now I'm glad I did. I don't know how much I trust them because of what they did to their people in the past. And when I say their people, I mean our people, because it's people like you and me investing through Robinhood that got screwed over. So I'm not sure how much I trust them, but that's why I'm not got all my eggs in their basket either. I'm investing in other portfolios as well. So I just have one portfolio over here. Anyhow, well, right now Robinhood is my main basket, if you will. So yeah, Zem was paying quarterly when I first started buying. They paid me in January. I don't even know how much. As soon as it loads. There we go. Okay, cool. Alright, so I first bought it in November of 2022. And I just bought $10 at a time. I don't know how much I had. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I had $60 in there. And I made $3.44. Now I don't know that percentage off the top of my head, but that's quarterly. So $3.50, multiply that by 4, and then add the 25% that they took out, and that'll tell you approximately what the percentage is. Well, that'll be how much I made, and then you can calculate the percentage from there. So I added another $10. Then I took $10 out to see what the fee was. And then I put in 100, $10, $84, $100, $150, $100, $100, $100, $196. Took out 150, put 150 back in. Put in another 250, and then I made $316 after tax. So I put some more money in, put some more money in, put some more money in. Okay, so I don't know how this works, but Robinhood is offering stock lending. Now, I don't borrow any money to invest like my dad did, but I went ahead and let people borrow money from me. And I don't know how it works, but I made 48 cents off of it. I didn't do anything. So, yeah, that's kind of cool. And I put in some more money. So, I don't know how much somebody borrowed. Oh, okay. Oh, I don't know. This is all confusing to me. But apparently, since I started doing this, I made $1.19. So, not bad. Not bad at all. Anyhow, like I said, I don't know how that works. So now we're just waiting till April to get paid. I have approximately $2,000 invested. So what did I say? I was going to get 500 and something. Yeah, 500 and something after tax. So that's a 25% return on my investment in 1 year. Yeah. So, not bad. Not bad at all. And I might pull that out and pay some bills, or I might reinvest it. And if I reinvest it, I'll reinvest it in well, I'll reinvest $50 or $56 of it in a Zim. And then what I might do is go down here and buy some of the highest yielding stock that does not have a check mark next to it. Like that one, the plus sign. And then come down here and repeat the process all the way down. Because my goal is to have something paying me every week, every day, hopefully. But you can't do that with just 2 or 3 stocks. You got to do that with maybe 100 or 300 stocks. So, you know, as I come down here, these guys are only paying like 12%, so I'll throw in $12 here, $12 there, $12 here, $12 there, 11, so on and so forth. Now these that are paying 12 down here used to be paying more. They were up at the top, and they dropped. But that's okay. I'll still buy their stock if they drop. I'll just put less money in. And basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to use these higher yielding dividend stocks to help me buy more of the lower yielding and long-term dividend stocks. I think there's like 200 on this list. But yeah, I mean, some of these are 250. Some of these lower yielding stocks are, you know, really good, dependable companies. Like Vanguard S&P 500. Their yield, of course this is a 30-day yield, is only 1.5%. Not even that much. But that's something worth investing your money in long term. So with these guys, I'd throw in more than just $1. I'd probably throw in $10 at a time to start out, until I can afford to throw in $100 at a time, so on and so forth. But I'll let the higher yielding dividends finance these long-term lower yielding dividends. And of course, you know, I'll put money in there as well out of my paycheck. Like this one doesn't even pay a whole percent. But the advantage of the lower percentage yielding dividends, oh wait, that's not the percentage, that's my portfolio. Where's the percentage? I'm sorry, I was looking at that wrong in the other thing. Here's the yield, 3.5%. So let me go back up here to Zim, because I looked at that wrong. Zim is about 50% of my portfolio. That's what it was. You gotta, ow. There it is. Dividend yield is said to be 135%. But I don't think they've adjusted the dividend payout. So that is one reason to watch out for yield traps, as they call them. Oh yeah, it's still saying Zim is number 2 up here when it's not paying 135%, it's paying less. And it's paying like 49%.
Welcome to Indiana.
So
Speed warning.
oh yeah, I'm in Indiana, I gotta slow down. Indiana is a speed trap in itself. I'll just get behind this guy and let him be my front door. I got another 25 miles to go. So 49. Zim should be right in here, but I don't see it. And I don't understand why. But anyways, that's okay. I know they exist. It says it's already added, but it's not on here. Strange. So anyways, Cash App. I bought this stock today. It was at the very bottom of the totem pole. So we'll see what it does. It hasn't gone up and it hasn't gone down since I bought it. Now, let's see here. This still says my overall is negative $153, which I'm not sure why. Because down here it says my total gain is 450. And if you look into details, it says here, this is what I made, well, partly this year, but mostly last year. This is counting my gains and my losses. So current investment, unrealized gains in the negative, unrealized gain percentage in the negative. I don't know what that means. Sales. So my total sales, I've made $608. So I've gained 12% return on my investment from my total sales. Invested all time $8,707. Realized and unrealized dollars is a total of $89 with a 1% gain basically. But then you count my dividends. I made $279 on dividends. So $279 plus $89 is, sorry, my math ain't as good as it used to be. 99 is 18, so 8 is 16, so $368 is what I gained. That's my gains. $368. Probably 69 because of the change. 4, 5, 6, 7, almost. So, yeah, I made almost $400 just with Cash App alone. Buying, selling, doing day trading, and off of my dividends. So, doing day trading, I made $608. I lost a couple hundred. Mostly on Bed Bath & Beyond. I lost like $200 or $300 on that. Rite Aid just went bankrupt apparently. I lost $10.50 on that. So, and there's a couple other $1, $2 stocks I lost money on. Probably more than just a couple. This, that, and whatever. I started out day trading. Then I switched to dividends. I still buy at least $1 of everything, but if it don't pay a dividend, I don't buy any more than $1, which takes me to Bitcoin and why I'm not investing in Bitcoin, because it doesn't pay a dividend. I got 66 cents worth of Bitcoin right now. Because I recently cashed out the couple dollars that I had left. Yeah. I pretty much broke even with Bitcoin. I made a little bit of money, but not a lot. And I'm not sure how to go through this to see where I made my money or didn't, because it's different, it's more complicated. But I just basically consider myself breaking even with Bitcoin. Like I said, I know I made a few dollars, but it wasn't enough to brag about. This last spike, when Bitcoin was going back down, my brother was complaining that he lost like $400 or $700 in Bitcoin. So I was like, now's the time to buy. And so I bought it all the way down to the bottom. And then as it was going back up, once I started breaking even, I started selling. I should have held out, but I needed the money. I was poor. I'm still poor right now because I got myself in the hole. I got myself fucked up. But I'm slowly digging myself back out of the hole. And if I would have had the money to keep in there while I was down, I had $3,000 in there. So it would have been worth 6 or 7, maybe 8. And I could have used that money today to pay off all my credit cards. But I'm not psychic. I needed the money, I cashed it out, but I waited till I at least was in the green before I cashed it out. Made a little bit of money, but nothing worth bragging about. But yeah, it's way up there now, probably higher than it was before.
A new message has arrived.
No, not quite. It's almost to where it was before. It looks like it is more on this scale, but it's not quite there yet. Another $5,000 and it'll top out, but it'll go back down. Elon Musk was basically trading in Bitcoin when it went up the last time, and then he took all his money out after it went up, and then it went back down. A lot of people lost a lot of money because Elon Musk was basically inflating the price so that he can make money, and it worked. Now this president of another country is basically doing the same thing, and I'm guaranteed once it reaches a certain number, he's going to take it all out. It's going to go right back down, and then that'll be when you buy in and wait for the next guru who's got a lot of money to say, yeah, I'm buying out Bitcoin, and then everybody will throw their money in, and it'll go back up again, and then that guru will cash all their money out, and then it'll go back down. So that's when you buy, when it hits the bottom, before the guru says, hey, I'm throwing money in, and everybody else throws money in too. And then when he pulls his money out, you pull, when they pull their money out, you pull yours out too. That's the only way to make money off this stuff. Day trading is risky, and from what I understand, more people lose money day trading than they make money. Like I said, I got lucky, sorta, or I'm the exception to the rule. I made a little bit of money, but according to this, counting my gains and losses on day trading, all that work that I did, I only made $87. Is it really worth it? Rather than buy and holding and make $300 or $279, just buying and holding. You know. So now it's only $279 versus the $5,000 or whatever that I put in. But you know, it'll add up. And then when I retire, I can slowly start cashing stuff out. You know, I'll slowly start cashing out the 1% stuff. And then I'll start cashing out the 2% stuff. And then I'll start cashing out the 3% stuff. Except for maybe the stuff that I want to will to my nieces and nephews. The good stuff. I'll probably leave those in there. And in that way, my nieces and nephews and my goddaughters can inherit a piece of the pie. And hopefully they'll continue in my footsteps. If I know enough, if I learn enough to teach them. My girlfriend's dad knows this stuff, but for some reason, he didn't teach his daughter. Maybe he didn't think she was smart enough, or maybe he didn't think she was aggressive enough, because she's very ambitious, but she's also very impulsive. Maybe he thought she wouldn't do anything with it, so he didn't share it with her. But her dad and her uncle both know this stuff and actually retired and is living off of their dividends. So I've picked their brains a little bit. In closing, I'll tell you
New
What?
task added to existing trip plan.
What people to follow. So this is one of the main guys that her dad and her uncle followed, and this is the book that he said to get, Stocks for the Long Run. And I've heard of this book before, I just haven't bought it yet. But this is how my girlfriend's dad got, maybe not rich, but wealthy enough to live off of his dividends. And her uncle too. Now they may be teaching this stuff to her brother and her sister-in-law, but they haven't taught her for some reason. Well, now I'm learning, and I'm learning her. But yeah, she probably doesn't have what it takes because she's too impulsive. I gotta take this. But my girlfriend, I'll call him back. But anyways, my girlfriend, she just puts her money in Robinhood and earns 5% interest off Robinhood, and then she doesn't have to worry about losing it per se. So there's that option too. You can just put it in a high-yielding savings account and get the best bang for your buck, and go that route if you don't want to take the risk. So there you go. All right, I gotta go. Bye.